Charlie Christian was born on July 29, 1916, in the town of Bonham, Texas, but he grew up in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, where his family moved when he was a young child. Both of his parents were musicians, and he and his two brothers were all taught music by their father, Clarence Christian. Charlie's father passed away when he was only 12, and he inherited his dad's instruments, including a guitar. In the 1920s and 30s, Charlie's brother Edward was a pianist and a band leader in Oklahoma City. The guitarist of his band taught Charlie how to solo on 3 songs: Rose Room, Tea for Two, and Sweet Georgia Brown. In time, Edward let Charlie join the band playing live, and he did pretty well. Short time later, Charlie was performing locally and then throughout the Midwest. In 1939, Charlie was recommended to bandleader Benny Goodman, had the opportunity to audition one night with Goodman's group in Los Angeles. Goodman paid little attention at first to Christian, but later that same night, one of the other members of the band drew Christian back on stage, and that upset Benny Goodman. Goodman started to play the song Rose Room, believing Christian would not know it. However, after effortlessly improvising 20 choruses over it, Goodman hired him on the next day as a member of the Goodman Sextet. He then relocated to New York City, and in the 1940s, Charlie Christian became a well-respected jazz musician. Christian is considered an important contributor to the style of bebop and is credited with originating the name bebop. He also used the technique in his playing referred to as tension and release that was later used by jazz musicians such as Count Basie and Lester Young. In the late 1930s, Charlie Christian contracted tuberculosis, and shortly after, he was hospitalized. He recovered and returned to Oklahoma City in July of 1940, then back to New York City in September 1940, where he resumed his live gigs once more with Benny Goodman and the Sextet. However, in June 1941, he once again contracted tuberculosis and was admitted to the Seaview Hospital in New York City. Christian's health steadily declined at that point, and he died on March 2, 1942, at the age of 25. He was buried in an unmarked grave where he was born in Bonham, Texas. Charlie Christian is considered a pioneer of jazz guitar and its expansion from an instrument in the rhythm section to a solo-style one. He inspired many guitarists such as T-Bone Walker, Eddie Cochran, B.B. King, Carlos Santana, and Jimi Hendrix. Even the legendary Miles Davis named Charlie Christian as an early influence. In 1966, he was inducted into the Downbeat Jazz Hall of Fame, as well as the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame later in 1990. The song Rose Room was also added in the year 2024 to the U.S. Library of Congress as a song that is culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant.